Hello everyone and welcome to Cast-igee's non-analysis. Remember, this is a non-educational series where I shoutcast some League of Legends games here, and I'm going to start off with this game right here and just kind of call it as I see it, get a little practiced at talking to myself, get a little practiced at talking about League of Legends, the video game, less focus on analysis, less focus on education, and more focused on the action and what's happening on my screen currently. Let's start out with some team comps. Looking at this right here, we got Kalista on the blue team with her support Braum. It looks like a Malzahar mid lane with a Xin Zhao top lane, Udyr in the jungle today. Opposing team is Zed in the mid lane with Rumble in the top teleport. Versus Ignite in the top lane. Something to note here, Rumble with the teleport against the Xin Zhao with Ignite. Kalista starting her Sentinel here as the Sentinel roams around, getting a little scouting information early along with the extra support proc on the W. Looks like this little clone's not going to find anything, but going to get taken out by the Zed here. Oh, it's going to turn around, maybe pick him up, but no, not quite enough. The Kalista not going to get any information right here. Zed looks like talking in all chat a little bit. We're going to go ahead and just move this off the screen. Perfect. Back to the action here. Finished talking about the red team. Looks like Varus, Alistar bot lane. Varus not so good of a champion right now. We're going to see how this one turns out. But Alistar starting a ward. Gets scared a little bit of the early jungle pressure of Udyr. However, I feel like that might be a mistake by him. Starting a bunch of pots is always what I would recommend. Starting the bot lane with extra sustain. Extra just laning ability, but maybe does warrant a little bit of fear. If you look like here, we got a deeper ward here. Looks like Braum went and warded a little deep, a little bit of a ballsy ward, but hey, we're getting some scouting information. Red team not knowing where blue team's starting, no information down here, but blue team knowing exactly where red team started. If we look at some names, see who has the best names here. We got Asterma here. As Varus, Zenkuna as the Alistar. So the astrological bot lane, as you can see, both of these are made up constellations. And then Undead Rabbit versus Doom X Blade. Putting an X in between two words is always probably a bad idea. If you're about to do this in your summoner name, remember to stop doing this and do something else instead. Good stun off on Alistar here, though. A lot of Braum passive doing work early here in the early game. Not quite proccing it on the Varus, but nonetheless, still doing a lot of work. Looks like this matchup top lane a little bit dangerous for the Rumble. Xin Zhao hits level 2. Are we going to see an all-in? Maybe, but maybe I won't see it because direct-to-camera doesn't quite know what it wants to do here. Xin farming up just a little bit. Looks like he's looking just for those last hits. I was expecting a level 2 all-in with the Xin Zhao Ignite against the Rumble teleport. Perhaps not pressing his advantage as much as he could. Secret agent skin. Maybe he's undercover. Doesn't want to let Rumble know his strategy. But we'll see it nonetheless. Udyr in the jungle here. Looks like he's not running a skin, so that makes him a little bit worse than Udyr. If he had ran a skin, he would definitely be better. Picking up that Gromp buff. Does he have the Gromp buff? Nope. Using the gift of heavy hands. There's the gift of the toadstool, and he's going to clean that out real quick. Kha'Zix's deciding to go right for the red buff. Looks like he's out of pots right here. Half health, looking for an invade maybe, or maybe just picking up the Scuttlebug. That's probably much more likely. Easy clear on the Scuttlebug with the extra isolation damage. Maybe we're going to run into each other here. Low mana on the Udyr. Is his smite up? No, it's not, but he is sitting on a biscuit. Perhaps we can see a bit of a fight here. Nope, we just look. Oh, yep, here's the fight. We're gonna put out Udyr hitting with the bear stance, switching over to tiger stance, turtle stance. They soak a little. Xin Zhao on the move a little bit. He had the landing vanish, so coming down a little quick. Malzahar coming up. This surely will be a kill on Kha'Zix, but can he return the kill on Udyr? Udyr really low. The flash from Kha'Zix comes out. Udyr about to fall down. One more auto attack will be enough. Xin Zhao, one poke, two pokes, and oh, Kha'Zix gets the kill. Doesn't get the reset. Xin Zhao burns his ignite and picks up the counter kill. Double buffs going over to Xin Zhao. Rumble getting away with just barely his life, having to flash away from that Malzahar. Malzahar also using his flash to follow up the ignite. Not quite enough to bring it down, but Zed follow up. Malzahar out of mana now. Zed's ignite is up, but Xin Zhao with the double buffs come in. 3 talent strike with a knockup. Will it be enough to bring him down? Just enough to shove him off of the turret. Off of this minion wave. Xin Zhao dominant with the double buffs. 1-for-1 kill overall with a 100 gold advantage for the blue team. Overall, I think that was a great back and forth. A little bit faster reaction time by Xin Zhao netted him the double buffs. But ultimately, Udyr falling in his jungle with the double buffs, not picking up a kill, so he's going to be behind Kha'Zix. Remember, Kha'Zix did get a kill there, so he's going to have a little bit more items than the Xin Zhao, or than the Kha'Zix will. or a little. Kha'Zix is going to have more items than the Udyr will, and he's likely going to press that advantage. Kha'Zix a really snowbally jungler. Udyr also a snowbally jungler, but Kha'Zix I expect to come back top lane. Xin Zhao with his double buffs is just going to be dominant. If you look full health here to this no health rumble, this is an easy dive, a dive waiting to happen. We're going to see if Xin Zhao actually presses his advantage, but actually going in the bot lane. Doomx Blade with a bit of a dive. Undead Rabbit poking under turret. Zenkuna nearly falling, and Esterma here chasing down one more empowered Q. The Blighty Quiver, piercing arrow is going to bring him down. Undead Rabbit sitting on his heel though. Willis is going, oh, but he misses the skill shot. Varus not quite with the accuracy of the true shot arrow that we expected from him. The archer does not shoot true, but Zed taking down Udyr in the jungle. I did not even see what happened here. Looks like somebody burned their ignite, caught Udyr out of position. Perhaps Kha'Zix was assisting in a little bit. Malzahar, now with your ulti, what are you thinking? Your flash is down. Maybe he will fall down, but just on the edge. Oh, one more bladed shuriken, and that would have brought him down. Zed not quite enough energy to bring down the Malzahar, but Malzahar with the balls of a maniac here, duking it out, level 4 in the jungle. I'm not sure what happened to Udyr, but it looks like he fell down. Xin Zhao with the double buffs wearing off. Looks like the matchup turned back over. Xin Zhao hasn't yet backed. Rumble forced to burn that teleport early. And Xin Zhao going aggressive. I feel like Rumble could turn this around with his item advantage. However, the creep wave is in Xin Zhao's favor. Perhaps smart of Rumble to just kite that out. Looks like he's maxing the Flame Spitter first, maxing the Audacious Charge here on Xin Zhao. So a lot of damage coming out from both of them. Looking back at the mid lane here, looks like StormyTheRabbit half health, hasn't backed since he got that kill on Udyr in the jungle. Malzahar looking for that early Rod of Ages, going to pick up that Catalyst, a little bit more sustain in lane, but not very much armor. If we look, 33 armor, more MR than armor. You have to run armor, guys. You're running armor in the mid lane. You gotta run armor against the Zed. Kha'Zix looks like he's putting up a gank top lane, trying to counteract the aggressive Xin Zhao. Remember, Xin Zhao hasn't backed, probably sitting on a ton of gold. Look at that, 1.8k. He's gonna go back, buy a ton of nice items, and put him back in control of this top lane. Looks like Smite comes out from one of these people. Looks like Kha'Zix burns his Smite on the Scuttlebug, gets himself that extra gold, and gets the vision control around the Baron. Kha'Zix just kind of telling this Udyr what's going on. Item advantage here. 2 long swords to no long swords. Health Crystal looks like Udyr's going the Juggernaut build, or the Cinderbum. I forget what that thing's called. The Baby Sunfire. Not too much coming out of this mid lane of the jungle. Back to the mid lane here. We'll give directed camera a taste of the action. Looks like some poke coming out from Esterma. Zakuna here going on the aggressive, but the solo man, just the single man pulverized onto just Doomx Blade, but a lot of damage coming out into a Braum. Oh, Esterma hit 6. The ultimate comes out. Undead Rabbit about to go down. Does the Q land? It does! And down goes Undead Rabbit. Esterma with a really great trade there, and nice job by Zakuna again, hitting that pulverizer, putting a ton of damage on Braum, pushing him out of lane. 6 versus 6. Does Malzahar have enough mana for his ultimate? He does. Pierce the Void coming out. The Ignite comes out, but no space aids. Is it enough to go down? The pot is ticking. Oh, and the Ignite brings him down. The dive by Zakuna and Esterma, and Zakuna just popping that ultimate. Unbreakable Will and Unbreakable Turret. No damage taken, and an excellently executed dive by the level 6 bot lane of the red team. Ooh, very close in the jungle to dying here. Very dangerous situation. Let's call him 115. 115 finds himself in the jungle. It looks like Udyr is spotted out in the river. Will they look for a fight on him? Udyr level 5, but Udyr doesn't have an ultimate, remember. Oh, the combo comes out from Zakuna. If they have enough for this piercing arrows. Oh, yep. Order this falling down real quick and simple there. You just can't run at a lane that's ahead like that. Varus with the BF sword there. Esterma picking up a bunch of bonus damage. Undead Rabbit half is 15 CS down, and only a Vampire accepted to his name. StormyTheRabbit, if it looks like it did fall down to Malzahar here, giving the advantage back over to the blue side in the mid lane. ZD, oh, 710 goes aggressive there. A huge chunk off, but the ultimate burn from Xin Zhao gives him a little bit of bonus resistances. I thought he was going to go ham for the dive. If you look, his Ignite, his flash is up. Perhaps he could have made something happen here. Oh, there's that flash. There's the ignite. Oh, will it be enough? A health postage ticking. One more scrap shield from Rumble, almost silencing him, but will push him out of lane. Probably going to burn that TP and just hop right back into lane. Not missing too much there. Zin's out. That was a bit of an aggressive play. Flash for flash. Ignite burn from Zin's out for teleport of Rumble. So overall, a pretty even trade between the two. Rumble going to go back and pick up his Seeker's Arm Guard, but take a look at this CS. 25 CS differential in the top lane over to Xin Zhao. Pretty crazy. Xin Zhao really milking his lead. They're rushing that Bork Blade. Going to put a lot of damage out on Rumble, and if Kha'Zix doesn't come back top, Xin Zhao is just going to stop this game. 7-10, really putting a ton of damage on Liverish. Liverish forced to burn his ultimate just to clear the wave. Udyr looks like he's camping top lane here a little bit, perhaps trying to snowball his top laner's lead and push the blue side into winning. Xin Zhao, the only lane that's winning, losing in the jungle and everywhere else. 115 comes in, looking for this gank. I know, will it be a dive? It will. StormyTheRabbit surely will get ulti here, but no, Pierce the Void not going down, but one more auto attack, and 115 dies to the turret. Trade 1 for 1, but blue buff goes over to Malzahar, who is dead. The disapparition of blue buff. But remember, with Liverish roaming, oh, but the dive on the bot lane. Directed camera, where were you on that one? Looks like a double kill for Asterna Zakuna bot lane, and a lot of momentum here from the red side, pressing into the blue side. Udyr coming around, trying to save this turret, shake the CS under it, but he's taking a lot of damage, down to half health here, just like that. Gonna maybe put a bear punch on the StormyTheRabbit. StormyTheRabbit trading out some Razor Shurikens here. Looks like Flame Spitter and the Harpoon's just gonna clear the wave here from Liverish. Xin Zhao in the meantime, 7-10 takes the top turret. Good job by him pressing his advantage. He's going to need to roam around and try to get his team moving. Looks like Malzahar doing okay in the mid lane, down about 5 CS. Bot lane down about 30 CS. That's kind of a big deal. But top lane again up 40 CS, and that's really going to be where blue team draws a lot of their motivation to carry this game from. Looks like just a normal jungle clear here from J15. Zakuna walking back to lane. Oh my gosh, Asterma already with his IE against just the Boots Vamp Scepter of Undead Rabbit. This bot lane is going to be not a good experience for these two. We need to get some wards up bot lane and then get some Malzahar roaming down and get some snowballing and counter snowballing. Actually, we're going to need to turn on the heat and melt this snowball, if you know what I'm talking about here, blue team. Looks like a ward coming up. Perhaps this dragon is where they throw it. Zakuna down to half health. Asterma very alone. Oh, but Braum misses the Q. Good ultimate there across all of them. Glacial Fissure across the 3. 1 proc on Asterma. 2 procs. Oh, will this be enough? The ultimate in the Void Pool. That will shut down Asterma. Zakuna might fall next. His ultimate is not up. He will take a lot of damage. The Ignite ticking slowly. And one more auto attack from Ex-Convict is going to bring down Zakuna. That's good. Order this, getting ulted by StormyTheRabbit. StormyTheRabbit going aggressive. One more Razor Shuriken. The ulti pops. Oh, but not quite enough. Does Ignite up. A flash is burned for both people. Razor Shuriken misses, so just barely. Braum coming in with his large shield. Unbreakable is the name of the shield? No, the more you know. Trying to block and save people. Asterma saving his ulti there. Double pink ward. Not too sure about that one. Exhaust coming out preemptively. StormyTheRabbit, remember, does not have Death Mark. Not going to put out as much damage. 2 pink wards in 1 bush seems a little bit excessive, but that's 10 auto attacks to clear that bush, and that's going to be more than anybody wants to invest. Undead Rabbit here pushing this bot lane and using that kill on Asterna and Zakuna to take this bot lane and press the advantage. Asterma sitting a long time in base. Not sure what he was waiting for. Perhaps death timers are just longer than I recall because he's a high level, but it seems like it took him a long time to get there. Well, a little bit of ward vision. If we check the map here, blue not so good vision, red vision really good, lighting up the river. And if we check the chat, it looks like blue team ended up picking up that dragon, so that could be a good counter momentum. If you look right here, the gold difference only about 1k between the two. Red team 5 kills up, but only 1k gold advantage. 2 turrets. 1 turret for the blue team, 1 turret for the red team. Oh, looks like J10 might be caught out in the jungle here, but nope. 115 just walks out of the jungle. He's got his wings flappy, upgraded the claws first, so he's going to do some bonus isolation damage, but not so much snowballing in team fights. A little bit of bonus damage, but not so much bonus utility. Can't jump around as much, but a kill from 7-10. Oh my gosh, the Sin's out doing work. Bork down. Looks like Rumble used his ultimate too liverish. Now he's going to need to get out of there. A lot of people roaming top. StormyTheRabbit, his death mark is up. Will he go ham on a 710? It looks like he's got the backup from 115 here. The death mark comes out. Zinzao might fall down just to StormyTheRabbit, but no, 115 hops in, uses those Razor Claws and the bonus isolation damage to pick up the execute kill onto 710, and this might spell bad news for the red team. The shutdown on the not quite a shutdown, only 2 kills, but the metaphorical shutdown on the 710 there could really snowball things more in the red side advantage. 1k 1.6k gold advantage now to the red team, and let's see how they use their higher items to close out this game, or if they can use the higher items to close out this game. Looks like Order this picking up the Scuttlebugs. Akuna picking a fight with the jungler. Maybe not the wisest thing, but Asterna coming down, backing him up. Ex-Convict walking down. Good ulti position here. Oh, but the ulti comes out from Asterma. The Worm Chain's going down. Oh, Glacial Fisher just misses. Order this. Will he get aggressive? The Undead Rabbit picks up Fate's Call onto Doomx Blade. Gets the Braum passive out, and boom, boom, boom. Gets the shutdown onto Asterna. Double kill for Braum. I don't know about this. Doomblade looking a little bit of aggressive, misses the Dragon's Bite, Winter's Bite, but the Melzahar ultimate Void Call, Nether Grasp coming out and absolutely demolishing J10 right there. Oh my gosh, 115. The numbers are throwing me off here. Oliverish looking a little bit aggressive on a Doomblade, but not sure if he knows that Ex-Convict is right around the corner here. Looks like Undead Rabbit walking back to the bot lane, wants to shove this in and maybe take this turret. I think that would be wise at this point. Oh, Oliverish with the ulti coming out, the Equalizer rolling down. Ex-Convict nearly dead, but Order this putting a ton of damage back into StormyTheRabbit. Doomx Blade is on a killing spree. My gosh, Braum is taking kills left and right, really snowballing his advantage. Ex-Convict sitting on a ward right now. Will Zakuna trying to make a play. This could be dangerous. He's going into dangerous enemy territory. His Unbreakable Will is not up. Doomx Blade nearly gets the buttons on. Order this with his bear stance, getting the stun out. A lot of damage coming down, and sure enough, yep, Zakuna falls. A little bit too aggressive there on the Ex-Convict, but oh, 710 doing work on a 115 right here. Really snowballing his advantage. Oh, but the flash right into the Void Spikes, not quite getting off what he wanted. Remember, the Equalizer is down, but so is everything from 710 right here. J115 here. Not quite enough damage, not enough quite take stats to actually combat the audaciousness of the manly man that is Zinzao. StormyTheRabbit gets back to lane, Deathmark up, but a lot of health, a lot of armor here on this Udyr. Order this, going really tanky, picked up his home guard, or picked up his Bramble Bum enchant, picked up his Warden's Mail, really going tank on all AD team except for Melzahar up here. And by Melzahar, of course, I mean Rumble. Liverish, the only AP damage on this team, but he surely will pack a punch. Really getting his Magic Pen boots now. Already has that Seeker's Arm Guard at full stacks, so he's looking to put out a lot of magic damage, a lot of health chunked out of this mid turret. So let's see if Blue Team can take it. Looks like they have other priorities. Ex-Convict with a blue buff might go pick up this other blue buff, but Order this says, no way, don't be greedy. I ordered this blue buff and I'm going to eat it myself. Having your cake and eating it too, Marie Antoinette would be proud. Looks like Doomx Blade walking back to the bot lane here. Getting some good ward control. Maybe pops the sweeper right here. Puts the pink ward down. 30 seconds on the dragon timer. Will Blue Team get some more ward coverage and try and... Oh, but Doomx Blade caught out of position. No ward in that bush, but Fate's Call picking it up. Undead Rabbit, good reaction time. Pulling Doomx Blade out of danger right there. 2 ultimates, though. Burn from the blue team. Blue side, 4, absolutely nothing gained. Just a little bit of mid lane pressure. Equalized, not by the Equalizer, but by 2 ultimates from the blue side. One moment. That's wonderful. All right here, guys. Let's see what we got going on next side. Looks like blue side really pushing in their advantage. I'm not sure that Red's just looking for a moment to engage, perhaps looking for that very salty chain of corruption. Maybe looking for a thing like that, but remember, this is warded. We have there's a ward right here. StormyRabbit might not be the best one to lead, but getting a little bit poked down. Equalizer trapping Z10 into the barrier pit. StormyTheRabbit deathmark onto Zinzao, but Zinzao gets popped instantly. Traded back for StormyTheRabbit. Liverish caught out of position here. Order this, really diving back onto the AP damage. Undead Rabbit kiting Zakuna out. Zakuna yet to pop his ultimate. Oh, but Undead Rabbit caught out now. just by the Zakuna CC. Ex-Convict, a lot of damage onto Asterma. Will it be enough to bring him down? The Space Aids onto him, but that will be enough to bring Asterna down. Zakuna now about to be chucked down. Will Scuttlebug bring down Doomblade? No, because it does no damage, but will Zakuna fall to the Voidlings of Ex-Convict? One more Void Call, one more silency ball thing, and that should be enough, but no, Zakuna really kiting this guy out. Ex-Convict, are you actually going to pick up this kill, or will he find the execute somewhere? The chase goes out. Does he have Mobies? Looks like Zakuna with Mobies. Ex-Convict not quite up to the same move speed. Is anybody going to answer? Anybody going to answer this? It looks like no. Zakuna finding that execute. Good job kiting that out. A couple of misspells there by it was Call of the Void. I'm good. Okay. Couple of misspells there by Ex-Convict, and that's why he got a sentence to begin with. If only Thresh was on this team, and then you could death sentence the Ex-Convict. I'm bad. I know I'm bad. I should feel bad. Dragon not taken by either team though. Good equalizer. Trapped 7-10 inside this Baron, inside the Dragon Pit, and really separated him from the team. Traded one for one with StormyTheRabbit, if you recall. Looks like they're going to go back to getting this Dragon control. Order this, picking up the red buff. Looking to use that burn damage along with the Cinder Bomb to really put a lot of burn onto this. Order this, remember, super tanky, a lot of armor, but 115 are getting pretty aggressive. Bear Stance is going to come out and get the stun. Maybe a flash from Order this, but no. Zakuna, excuse me, coming in with the headbutt to disengage. Undead Rabbit now getting aggressive. Will that red be enough? No, not quite. A lot of Undead Rabbit getting death marked. Really low health right here, but will that be enough? Yes, Zakuna with the damage right before the death mark active, right before the pop is enough to bring down Undead Rabbit. Braum picking up another kill. Doomex Blade on fire this game. Quite literally, he has the Brumble Bomb. He's on fire. Oh, but an excellent Chain of Corruption under turret. Not going to be enough to bring anybody down, but 7-10 coming in for the double kill. And that's what a snowballing Xin Zhao can do. Really, pressure his lead and absolutely crush some people. Looks like the pink ward for the supreme ward control top lane. 7-10 is going to give himself a red buff, and it looks like blue team should give themselves a dragon after this convincing team fight for the blue team. If you look now, 7k gold advantage for the blue team. And we're going to look at where that is. Mostly in the top lane, I believe. 5k gold to 8.2 from the Xin Zhao. 7-10 really pressuring his advantage over Liverish. But now Liverish getting aggressive here. The Call of the Void comes out. And not the Call of the Void. The Grasp something. Doomex Blade trying to disengage now. Liverish pointing the Winter's Bite in the face. 115 going aggressive onto Doomblade. But now the Brumble Bum kicking him in the butt while the Raptors aggro onto Doomblade. He's going to get out safely though. Looks like Order this picked up the dragon in the meantime. Good job by him. Nobody falls. Wow, really impressed that Xin Zhao didn't die. Wherever he is. Oh, he's in the top lane. I thought somebody was dead here. Oh, Ex-Convict. Ex-Convict was the one I was surprised it didn't die. Looks like 110, maybe a little... 115 out of a possession here. 7-10, really putting the hurt down onto him. Wow, I hope he doesn't overchase though. Zed right on the back end here. 7-10, picking up the kill nice and easy. Going to pick up the Scuttlebug as a reward. And looks like StormyTheRabbit just decides to walk back to his lane. Tricks are for kids, and Xin Zhao's full of them. He's not going to be... bothering himself with that at all. Puts his spear into a briefcase. Excellent place to carry a spear as long as you're not going through airport security. They get real cranky when you put your spears in your briefcases. Not that I know from experience. That just seems like something they would be concerned with. Ex-Convict here just farming up the wave. If you look at some farm here, very even in the mid lane, very even in the bot lane. Undead Rabbit, a great job at closing that CS differential on here. If you recall, he was down 40 CS one time, down a couple kills. Sturma really not quite pushing his advantage as much as he could have. Looks like 7.4k to 7.9k here on the bot lane. Top lane, really... This is what you need to do with your advantage. 80 CS right now lead, 6 kill lead over him, and a 4k gold lead over Liverish. Really good job here by 7-10. Pressuring his lane and snowballing his advantage in a way that is extremely beneficial to his team. 115 caught out here by the Callista Sentinel, but Ex-Convict kind of in a bad position. His death mark up. Will it be enough to bring anyone down? Liverish now taking the full... No, StormyTheRabbit taking the full brunt of the damage. Oh, not quite the right target selection there by Ex-Convict, but Order this enough to clean it up. StormyTheRabbit picking up the kill on Doomex Blade, but overall a 2 for 3 for the blue team, while Liverish goes down in the top lane, I do believe. No, Liverish died somewhere. Liverish died right here. Okay, did the Ignite. Ex-Convict throwing on the Ignite right before he passed. And picking up the kill there. If you noticed in that last fight, though, Malzahar, Ex-Convict, ulting Zed, but putting his Malefic Visions onto the rumble there, so a little bit of a miscoordination in his abilities. Perhaps he was trying to ult Malzahar, but I feel like Zed was the more important target. Perhaps he was trying to ult Rumble, but I feel like Zed was the more important target there. Burn Zed down. Don't let that Deathmark affect anyone. Then again, Liverish with his equalizer could have turned that fight around. Oh, Stormy the Rabbit going aggressive on a 7-10, but does he know how fed this guy is? Apparently not. Z10, 7-10, bringing down Stormy the Rabbit. Easy, quick, pop, pop, pop. 7-10 did burn his ulti there, so 115 perhaps going to pick up a kill here with Zakuna. What can blue team take in the arena? Oh, the uncoordination. 115 is going to fall. One more auto attack from 7-10. Zakuna now in danger. Poke, poke, poke. 3-talon strike. Audacious charge for the slow in about 1 second, but no out of mana. Looks like Zakuna is going to get out of this alive. If red team had coordinated their attacks a little bit more together, perhaps they could have brought down that kill. 115 going a little bit too aggressive before Zakuna was in range to get the pulverize off, and that's going to be crucial to the taking down of the Xin Zhao. You need to coordinate your abilities, but in the meantime, looks like Undead Rabbit died. Perhaps got executed to blue buff, perhaps also died to Varus bot lane. Looks like Esturma with his ulti down might have thrown it at Undead Rabbit and just shot him to death. Looks like Lancer. Ooh, I like this build here from Esturma. He's going Lancer, Esturma. He's going the Robin Hood build, where you actually build just damage and no attack speed. So it looks like Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster. I would expect to see a Last Whisper coming out next. The classic Lancer build. It looks like Liverish did, however, finish his Zonias, so that's going to be quite good for him. Not quite anything that you need to pop, such as a death mark, but that being said, ex-convict also gets the Zonias. Easy to avoid that death mark now, and other such shenanigans. Looks like Undead Rabbit deciding to go with a Bloodthirster Thirst into Runan's Hurricane. A lot of lifesteal coming out from him, but Doomblack Slade, very aggressive here. A lot of chunk out of Zakuna. I doubt he did that alone, but nonetheless, he is extremely aggressive here. Look at this aggression from Doomblack Blade. His team not quite with him. Back over here on this mid-late side, Doomblack Blade trying to get some more control, trying to push 115 off of his own jungle. Maybe the trade 1-for-1 here for Doomblack Blade, but nope, looks like he just forces the jump over the wall with ex-convict pressuring with his ultimate and everything else up over here. Looks like 7-10 coming in from the side. Will we see an aggressive move from him? Nope, looks like he's going back to farm top lane. Remember, no teleport up on him, so if Liverish could split push, he's going to get to the team fight a little bit faster. That being said, 7-10 also has 2 knockups that is going to be able to cancel the teleport and perhaps negate the effects of the teleport. Remember, red team in a 5v4 right now with the 7-10 pushing top lane. The flash from Zakuna out. The headbutt pulverize combo is not quite going to be enough. Stormy the Rabbit looking for the aggression on Undead Rabbit. Oh, Stormy the Rabbit v Rabbit fight, but Malzahar ultimate comes out. Ex-convict taking down Stormy the Rabbit. Liverish now, has he used his equalizer? He has, must have used it back here. Braum putting his passive onto everyone. Stuns going out left and right. Liverish now caught out of position. Malefic Visions jumps onto Esturma. Will it be enough? Bear stance almost going to be there. Esturma pops his flash to get away, but just barely missing Call in the Void. Oh, one more spear. The penetrate, the pulverize, the pierce from Undead Rabbit takes down Esturma for a 3-for-none trade. Perhaps we see a Baron call. Perhaps we see top mid hit taken. Perhaps we see nothing done at all. We don't know what's going to happen. This is solo queue, ladies and gentlemen. Ex-convict taking a bit of turret damage. Looks like the split focus between top turret and inhib and mid turret and inhib, while call or order this, I'm sorry, jungles. Looks like a red buff for order this and a mid inhib and top inhib for the red team. 7-10 looks like he's not going to be able to finish this. Stormy the Rabbit, remember, his death mark's not down. No ulti on his Zakuna. There's a lot of damage coming out from 7-10, but he's not been managing his mana well. Will Undead Rabbit be able to pick this up? 1 more, 3 more, 5 more. Just the red barely missed, putting that red on cooldown. No quite. Disengage. Oh, but 7-10 going very aggressive. Stormy the Rabbit burns his ignite on Braum. Gonna take him down, but one more ignite back onto Stormy the Rabbit. Liverish looks like he's about to fall, but Undead Rabbit looks like he's trying to turn this fight around. 7-10 does fall. 115 gonna take a lot of damage. Esturma dookie it out. Order this, so much armor on this man. Oh, the missed pierce lets Esturma live for just for another second or two while Esturma takes it down. A couple auto attacks onto the Nexus turrets, but those are gonna heal up nicely. Will we see more aggressive from this blue side? I expect they're just going to back now. 2 of their members dead, excluding their Fed Xin Zhao. 7-10 not quite going to be there to pressure as he's been, but 2 inhibs for the blue team, along with a 15k gold advantage, and there's the surrender vote from the red team. Not quite sure they had to yet. A little bit more coordination. I feel like they could have turned it around, but nonetheless, a well-fought battle from both teams. You see that? It was a good example of 7-10, taking his advantage top lane, shoving it down top lane, shoving it down mid lane. A good turnaround, over-aggressive there. Kha'Zix with a lead in the jungle, 115, diving that mid lane, and the turnaround with the double kill onto the Malzahar, onto ex-Convict, picking up that double kill mid lane. Along with bot lane really nurturing their wounds and trying to turn that lane from a losing lane, from a terrible situation, into an okay situation, making Varus go mid for the free farm for Kalista bot lane. Kalista doing work, keeping that Braum alive. Braum with his over-aggression, very, very good over-aggression though. His big shield, his glacial fissure, and his winter's bite really doing a lot of work there. Braum passive putting out a lot of stuns, making sure he got that auto attack onto each and every person in the fight so everybody could get stunned. And just overall better cohesion by the blue team. I like their fight, and they did a really good job of taking their losses and minimizing them, taking their leads and maximizing them, and turning it into a winning situation. Alright guys, that's the end of this episode. If you liked what I was doing, give me a like, tell me what I can do better, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching Cast-igee's non-analyses, and I will see you all next time.